Alright, so I pretty much axed the first whole section of this video. I'm trying to make it under 5 minutes. 10 minutes max. But I really want to keep it under 5. So I'm going to start it from here. So here I have a 5.5 gallon tank. This is where my 10 gallon used to be. The main reason why I basically swapped tanks was because my 10 gallon tank was always cut off by the monitor here, to where basically like a whole chunk of the tank was not being, I wasn't able to see it properly. So I decided to put the 5.5 here instead. Now of course it is smaller and is divided, but I now have two bettas in here and a bunch of little guppies. And of course now I can do whatever I want on here and actually look over and I can see everything that's going on in one particular instance. So I have my nice little blue betta on this side, and I have my white cellophane betta on this side here, which is currently hanging out right here at the sponge filter. Big, beautiful fins. So I can just take a look at my two favorite personal bettas I've been growing since spawn and whatnot, and admire them. Of course, I actually had the lid off because I don't have any wire to wire up the LED, so I gotta just keep it like this for now. I just had the lid off for the sake of this video. So I'm going to run down what I'm going to do next. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this 10 gallon tank, which is housing this one lowly angel. I'm going to take said 10 gallon tank and I'm going to put it in my bathroom where the 5.5 used to be. The reason why there is a single angelfish in this tank is because this said angelfish is a complete asshole to everyone in my 30 gallon tank. So I have to, unfortunately, for the time being, confine it to its own tank until I can figure something out for this little guy or girl. I want to try and find a male for this one to spawn with, but apparently all the freaking angelfish I own now are freaking female. So it kind of makes it a little difficult to own angelfish at this point. But this angelfish is an asshole and I'm not putting it back into the 30 gallon yet. And I also want to show off a little bit of my betta fry tank. This is my 10 gallon in my bedroom. They're really starting to show their colors, show their fins and everything else. I got a few double tails like you can see this one right here. I got at least one of these that's a double tail. You can see this one has some nice colors on it. I mean, you can relatively see how they're all coming along. And again, I'm very happy with how this spawn is currently panning out. And of course, if I go to this side, you can more or less see what's going on. They're just doing whatever they do best, which is being little baby bettas. And I do believe this one might be a dragon scale. I have quite a few of these that look just like this one in this tank, so I may end up having quite a few little dragon scale bettas in this tank. And look at the colors on that one. Can't wait to see what that one looks like when it's full grown. And of course the 5.5 out here in the living room with its own personal stash of bettas. Holy crap, these ones got even huge. I mean, bigger. Good grief. And they just all come right to the front of the tank when I come by. The thing is, I just fed their sorry butts. So, I don't know. I'm very impressed how this one's coming along too. I also managed to finally get myself a nice, lovely platinum angelfish. And I think this one's a female too, for the love of God. Are all these freaking little assholes female? I think the only poor male I got in here is this poor little bastard, and he's beat to hell and back. He was beat to hell and back due to that fucking koi I have. And this poor guy is not doing so good. Well, no, he's doing just fine. He just looks very, very, he looks very ratty, but he's been like this since I've had him, unfortunately, so he's not the best looking angel in the world. But holy crap, this Panoy's gotten huge. I mean, size comparison, it's a pretty big Panoy. Oh great, and this video's already gone 5 minutes. Alright, I'm going to shut up and come back when I move my fish. Also, say hello to Chungus. This is my personal Chungus. It's such a fat female betta, holy crap. She's been like this for quite a few months, and she's one I spawned myself. So I'm not too worried, but she's freaking Chungus. What a fat ass. Alright, so I got the 10-gallon tank set up. I actually decided to use the 10-gallon that I basically moved down my room. Mainly because this one has a substrate and it looks a little more appealing to me and whatnot compared to a bare bottom and whatnot. So I'm just more or less just letting it sit for a little while, letting the water get the temperature before I put the angelfish in here. Alright, so as you can tell, the angelfish is in its tank and it's more or less acclimating to it just fine for the most part. It's still trying to figure out what the heck is going on, but overall, she seems to be doing just fine. At least now when I need to do like a water change, maintenance and whatnot, I don't have to be at freaking floor level. I can actually do proper maintenance now on this tank. So yeah, I'm going to now turn the light off and let her get more used to this tank. And I also got the little 5.5 set up and ready to go. As you can tell, each betta has their own side and their own amount of guppies to hang out with. And relatively speaking, again, I can now easily see both my fish, or see all my fish without having to get blocked by this big old monitor right here. Now, the light I'm using is a little bit dimmer than I would like. I'm hoping to eventually get a better light for this tank. But for right now, this is what I have and it'll do the job. And I still have that poor little guppy right there. But it's still alive and kicking, so I ain't gonna call it. But I think that's pretty much it for this video.